Hola! Hey everybody, it's me. Not everybody, not all of you might know. I don't think I said this in a video, but anyways, every Friday I'm going to answer all the questions that I get all week. I just figured that's the easiest, because sometimes I'll want to just answer them in a comment or make a video just about that. I don't know. It just makes sense. A lot of YouTubers do it. Seems to work. Um, and the two main places I'm going to be looking, um, if you want to ask me through Twitter, because it's I don't know, because I just get notified right away and it goes into a Twitter questions thing or my Tumblr page. So the links are down below for that. On Tumblr specifically, there's like an Ask Me a Question button, and my Tumblr is called Blognomi because Mahanomi was taken. I don't know who, nobody's using it. Blognomi.tumblr.com. So I have eight or so questions on my Tumblr. I didn't get any on Twitter, but we're just gonna go right through them. And what's cool about Tumblr too is you can ask them anonymously, if that just is more fitting for you. By the way, I love you. Hi, life is so good. Uh, I'm getting super super buff and really getting in my body, and it just feels so good. Okay, first question. Why the Justin Bieber haircut? Just ribbing you a bit, but really, why? Okay, the thing with the hair is I've kind of always just had uh, hair about this length or so. And then one time, my girlfriend at the time was cutting my hair, and she had the clippers, and she wasn't quite sure like how long the clippers were set for, so she just kind of tested it. But she tested it like up here, which gave me this big hole. So we basically had decided to just do that whole side that length, and we did the whole side the other length. And I just had this like sort of like very hipster looking whatever. And then I just kind of kept the bangs, and then this is just kept going, and it looks nothing like Justin Bieber's hair. Uh, Justin Bieber has awesome hair though, and I did have a Justin Bieber haircut before Justin Bieber was even famous, so those jokes don't really work for me. Anyways, oh, there's my alarm. I have an alarm set. This is a cool thing. From starting at 11:11 or 1:11 to 2:22 to 3:33 to 4:44 to 5:55 to 6:60. Really? Did I just say that? 6:66. No such thing. Um, I work out for 5 minutes on the hour, or I guess it's every 77 minutes. I work out, and it's cool, just for 5 minutes, just enough to get my heart rate up, push up, sit up, stuff like that. It's really, really cool. Because then you kind of just get in. You're not pushing yourself, and you're not going to be sore the next day, but you're still building, and you're still keeping your organs and everything healthy. That's an organ for me. Anyways, next question. Um, are you awesome? Yes, they answered. That was Brian. Thanks, Brian. You're great. Um, Anonymous asked, how do you know the difference between your head and your heart? That's a great question. Um, well, for one, your head usually rests at about at the top of on top of your shoulders, basically in the middle. Attach your neck. Okay, just kidding. That was bad. Um, I'm assuming they mean more like as far as like maybe the difference between like maybe a analytical choice and an intuitive choice or something like that. For me, I don't really need to know the difference because I'm always using both. But it's a really good practice to know. You guys probably already know how like the Heart Math Institute, your heart actually emits. We literally, it's without a doubt, we have like a field around us, a field of energy, like a big bubble around you. Let's say, so if you're like this tall, your bubble is like this big. It's pretty big, and it can get bigger, and that's a great thing to practice. But the frequency that the field of that bubble is made of has to do with your emotions and how you're feeling. And that's why you can be making a choice with your head, but the way you're feeling about it is really going to determine how that choice really carries out. So I guess that would be the difference. It's like the difference between For instance, you can be thinking about, what's a good example? Like, you could have just had something really bad happen to you, or your life could be in a low position, and you could be thinking about it a certain way, but still feeling not so hot. So the difference is, though, and that's an important one, the difference is, though, what's actually affecting what you're actually using with the law of attraction, what you're putting out there is how you're feeling, not what you're thinking. Sure, you could be feeling really bad about your life in one way or another, and then thinking about all the things you can do about it, which is what we talk about a lot, right? And you might do the things, which makes sense, like you're doing what you need to get done to make your life better. But if you're still feeling down throughout that, you're not going to get the same results. So really the practice is, focusing on the fact maybe that you're trying to change, you're trying to do things better, and then giving yourself the opportunity and the truth that you can feel, you're allowed to feel better, and you have a great reason to, knowing that you are thinking the right way to get things done. That seems like a good answer and short enough. I don't want this video to be extremely long. Someone asked how if they want to work with Elevate. Some of these questions are kind of old because they're just from before, but there's a few new ones. If you want to work with Elevate, uh, just send them a message. Go to their website, contact them. Um, what is the first thing you do in the morning and the last thing you do at night? The first thing I do in the morning, like the moment usually I wake up at like 6:30 every morning, and then I go back to sleep and have tons of crazy, amazing lucid dreams where I just practice all my manifestation skills and flying and changing the weather and creating things. But as soon as I get up, I mean, as soon as I'm like aware, I'm like, oh, I'm awake and it's probably wake up time. I just start breathing really deep. Breathe, breathe, breathe really deep. And then I just kind of drop into my universal awareness mode and I just embody the fact that I am consciousness, which is infinite and everything. And that's really what I do before I go to sleep too. I just breathe really deep. I also, when I lay in bed before I go to bed, I lay in bed and put my hands up and I like pull on my hair. Oh, you know how that feels good when people like, oh, and I just do that. Look at my hair, that's great. Oh, it just feels so good. It's just like stimulate all the meridian points on your head. Oh, oh. You just pull on my hair and stuff. My hair is kind of oily right now, so this is great. Um, and then I like massage my. There's really, really good massage points all along in front of your ear here and all around your ear and your ear itself, but specifically right down here. See like the very corner, the point of your jaw, to massage that whole line, and then into your jaw bit too. And you'll notice there's little like limps in there, like little things in there, just massaging your jaw. And there's actually meridian points along here that I'm pretty sure are connected to almost every major organ, if not every one. So that's really good. I need to trim my beard. Um, so that's what I do, and then just stretching but really it's a matter of like my vantage point before I go to bed and when I wake up, I really focus on my vantage point, like the whole question of like who am I? I wake up in the morning and I go, who am I? Well, I'm everything. When I just get in that mode, and that's what I do before I go to bed too. Oh, my hair's great. Um, let's see here. What else we got? When do you feel most unauthentic? Wow, that's a great question. I think it's more like I notice afterwards. Um, like I'll be in my ego or I'll be triggered by something, so I'll react instead of respond. And then it'll be right after that, I'll be like, whoa, that wasn't that wasn't me. That wasn't what I would have chosen to do if I wasn't distracted by the thoughts associated with being triggered or angry or sad or this or that. Um, Hold on, I gotta let the dog out. Hold on. Hey, buddy, you wanna go outside? Let's go outside. Here we go. Go poop. Good boy. Okay. And I'm gonna turn. Oh, that's already off. Okay. Yeah. So it's like I feel the most inauthentic when I notice that I've been triggered. So then I react. The choices that I make unconsciously come from a place of my ego or like stories that I'm carrying. Last one. What advice do you have for someone who feels like they've been off track with their goals and lifestyle for about a year? They feel very ungrounded, scatterbrained, and stressed after a busy summer finishing pharmacy school. They were addicted to the internet all summer. They ate poorly and partied all the time, which made things even worse. And they have a month off. Lots of friends and family they want to spend time with, but they also have so much to do, and they feel like being alone and recentering themselves. This is a great question, and you could apply it to really anything. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do for you, period. Yes, there's a very important balance between that and everyone else in your life and every other thing in your life. So it takes practice, and you got to trust that you taking the time to figure out what that balance is going to be is one of the most important things you can do. One of the most necessary investments that you can make in yourself. So first thing I would suggest is just writing stuff down, always. Train your brain to have an external hard drive so it doesn't have to think all those thoughts and you can just figure it out. What would you like to do? Okay, do you want to exercise more? You want to eat better? You want to be on the internet less? You want to be in nature more? You want to make new friends? You want to practice an instrument? You just write it down. What do you want to do? And then write down, well, what can you actually do? Be like, oh, well, when I wake up in the morning, I can make sure I go outside right away and go for a walk. Or I could make sure I make healthy food. Figure out like, oh, what's my budget? What kind of food can I get? What friends or family can I talk to and be supported by and support? And maybe we'll make healthy food together or we'll go on nature hikes together. So it's really, really, you feel like you've been off track, you want to get on track. Write down, well, what is on track to you? That's it. What is on track, and then what are you going to do about it? And what are the little things you can keep adding in? Maybe you, like I said, set a reminder for yourself. Every hour, stretch for 5 minutes, or do push-ups, or breathe deep, or whatever. Or just go outside. That's basically it. It's really, really simple. So that's it. Just write it down. Choose what you want to do. Write it down. Figure out the time you have to do it, and make sure you do it. And don't give yourself a hard time. That's the most important part. Just make sure that you know, keep crediting yourself for the fact that you want to do the right thing. And then if you don't do it, don't give yourself a hard time. Just be like, wow, what a great reminder that I didn't do the thing that I actually do want to do. So have it be empowering for you to do it more. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. I love you guys so much. I think this is gonna be really fun. So there's links down below. If you want to legitimately submit a question that you'd like for me to answer here in this way, give it plenty of time and just like answer it. I'll do it every Friday. Send me the question on Twitter or on my Tumblr account where you can do it anonymously if you want, or if you have a Tumblr, you can be logged in. And that'll be really fun. Also, follow me on Tumblr if you're on Tumblr. I'm redoing that now because it's just another place where I can share stuff. Because if I share too much stuff on Facebook, it just gets diluted, and I'll share other stuff there. I think it'll be really fun. And also, starting September 1st, I'm gonna be documenting very, very, very specifically 90 days of what I do to be the healthiest I can be, and I'm gonna get really, really buff and fit and cut. Look how buff I am already. All right. Anyways, it feels so good to be in your body. Love yourself so much that it's worth it to work hard and take the time to educate yourself so you can work hard but not be worn out, and it's so worth it. Links down below. If you guys want to do a good act for the day, go to my Indiegogo campaign and just leave me a nice, sweet comment. It helps so much. And share it on Facebook. And if you have $5, it goes towards a great thing. We're healing the world, one video at a time. Love you guys. Bye-bye.